All right. Well, welcome to this week's Report Rooney Toon. Pickens looked pretty good last week against the Colts. He was able to pass the ball down the field pretty good. And Pickett also had some pretty good catches.
Chris, you might want to take a timeout. Maybe reset yourself.
No, I'm good. And we also still saw, the poor play calling by Mike Canada.
Well, come on, Chris. Just take a timeout.
You're right. I'll restart the show. Let's go.
We won.
Right.
We won a game.
We won a
game.
game.
We need a medal.
You win.
You participated in the NFL 2022 season.
You get the little piece of paper certificate. You did it with the rainbow.
Yeah, or you get like when you graduate, you just get the folded like cover or whatever, and then they mail you the your diploma later on.
Would they mail you that?
You didn't get yours yet?
I've been waiting 12 years.
Oh man,
You've been out of school for 12 years.
I'll be 12 next year. It's 10 for you.
Yeah, don't bring that up.
I remember when you graduated because that's how old the dog is.
Yeah, no, it makes it easy.
All right. Well, anyways, let's not talk about our how old we are.
Yeah, no one wants to bring up Chris's.
Yeah,
coming up on 15.
Anyways, yeah. So we won, and I thought we played pretty good in the beginning.
Yeah.
And the last 2 minutes.
It's kind of last year we played good in the second half. This year we played good in the first half. Yeah. No, let's just put it together.
Yeah, I was like, the first half of the game, I was sitting on the couch just watching the game, all nice and comfy, and I was just like, man, this is almost soothing. It was calming. And then the third quarter happened, and I was like, did we forget to come out of the locker room? And then the fourth quarter, you started seeing the defense get back into it, and then the offense pulled together for that one last drive. I was like,
you know what it is?
Game.
You know what it is? It was just like I said before the game started. I got just enough time to sit here and fall asleep right before kickoff. Halftime's just a little too long.
Yep.
They get in there and they're like, I don't want to go back out. I'm relaxed.
I've noticed, these late games, I'm starting to see why Kirk Cousins doesn't do too hot.
He did this week.
Yeah, he did this week.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I just know that before we started doing some things in the fourth quarter, I was just going off. I'm like, this is stupid. Every night game that we play should be pulled off. I don't want to play any more night games. I hope next year we don't get any.
Yeah, I'm just standing here pacing around my basement, can't even sit down because this game's turned into such a snooze fest. I can't stay awake. So I got to stand.
Yeah, I know. I caught Ellie going like this every now and then.
Sarah didn't make it through.
I almost didn't make it through.
The dog was out. Sarah was out. LJ was out. Yeah, I was pushing myself to stay up for it. But I will say, it was kind of a weird game, where it was Najee was running good, then he was hurt. Then Snell ran good. And that luckily that's what kind of helped us win, with Snell coming in at the end to save us. But then it was the defense. It was 1 second you'd be like, all right, the defense is back. And then you turn back and you're like, no, defense isn't back. And then the defense was back again. And I mean, even with Pickett, it was first half of the game, he looked like a really good quarterback. Third quarter, he forgot how to throw the ball. And then fourth quarter, which I love. Do you guys see the reports where Pickett was taking credit for calling the play for the touchdown? I'm like, they ran the ball. They ran the ball.
Yeah,
Literally,
you call the right play. You call
He
the
called
right play.
though. It could have been a pass play.
it could have been a pass play. But I don't know. I just feel like when he's made a big deal about, I called the play. It's like they ran forward.
Yeah, but that's what we wanted. We wanted Pickett to go against Canada. And
Well, yeah, Canada was probably like, we should do a screen pass. But make sure you lateral it back about 20 yards.
do a flea flicker.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Canada, the one that tells Pickett that if you when you snap the ball and you see immediate pressure, you should tuck tail, turn around, and run back as far as you can. Because everybody knows if you run, that a football field is actually a circle, and if you run all the way to the other end of the field, you end up in your end zone.
Ooh.
Now wouldn't that be interesting?
Would be.
He mentioned you played football on a track.
It's called NASCAR.
It's called NASCAR.
You get to change which direction you go. Like first quarter we go left, second quarter we go right.
Yeah, but you can't stop and change it. You just got to make the right turn.
Well, even though we did play well in the first half, or in the first quarter, I don't know, first half.
I'll give first half.
I feel like it should have been way more of a blowout. Like we settled for 2 field goals there in the beginning.
Well, let's also talk about don't punt inside your own 40. Now, I know it was 4th and 20 something. But what did we net on that punt? Like 17 yards?
Yeah,
line up on offense. Because if the defense jumps off sides, 5 yards, kick a field goal. If you snap the play, you send your receivers deep, chuck it up there. If the defender gets a little flustered, pulls down the receiver a little early, you get a free first down. You can get 25-yard penalty. You don't actually have to convert. If you complete a pass for 10 yards, you basically punted.
Yeah.
You get a holding call, a hands to the face. Any penalty could have happened, and they were throwing plenty of flags.
Yeah.
In the last game. I mean,
not holding.
Yeah, they threw a lot of stupid flags on both sides, but
did you notice a lot of the flags got denied?
Well, that's because they were all really stupid.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it was like they came in and they were like, there's only been, like, I remember, I think it was like third quarter. They're like, there's only been 2 accepted penalties. I'm like, well, I've seen a hell of a lot more flags out here. Like,
well, that's because maybe it's not pass interference if the receiver's still wide open. I don't know. He didn't interfere that much. Maybe don't throw the flag.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're that close, don't punt because you're not gaining anything. And you have an actual decent chance of converting that, or at least getting a 5-yard penalty that gets you a first down.
You want to get into the beer crack player?
No, I want to talk about other people that suck.
Okay.
Let's start with Deontay Johnson, who decided to talk a bunch of shit about not getting the ball enough, so they gave him the ball a bunch, and then he drops a touchdown. But don't worry, because don't worry, because your boy George freaking Pickett decided to that he was gonna be like, oh, is that what we're supposed to do? Just bat the ball down? We're just not supposed to catch it? So yeah, I mean he's rubbing off kept picking up all the bad traits of every other receiver. I mean, he at least turned it around.
Hey, good thing he wasn't on the team when Juju was there. He'd be on TikTok doing the TikTok dance while trying to one-hand catch a ball. And then, God help him if he ever runs into AB. He might shave his head and do something weird there.
Hey, what's wrong with shaving your head?
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Okay, you guys didn't look like a Lego man.
It's because I don't have that kind of hair.
Yeah, it's amazing that,
I'd get committed.
It's amazing, that's how they kept his helmet on. Just
yeah, well, and also
that's why it popped off so easily.
Yeah, just on by a connector.
Johnson also, I think he could have ran like for a first down, but instead he like ran sideways and then backwards. And
Yeah,
then,
he's been watching too much Chiefs football, and it's like there's a time to do that and a time to run as far as you can. It's the same thing with Harris dancing. I mean, don't dance. It's
Well, there's your
field, not a dance stage.
There's your next Dancing with the Stars right there. We'll let Deontay and Harris go ahead and go do it together.
Yeah.
We'll call it 3rd down and 20. That'll be their dance. 3rd and 20.
It'll be their little dance maneuver, dance routine.
Oh, I'm gonna get it. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm gonna get it. No, I'm not. Jazz hands.
Yeah, you could make that dance of yourself. Let's just put it on TikTok when you're done.
Yeah. I mean, you'll have to do another dance here in a little bit anyways.
Nope. I researched. I prepared this week.
All right, you anybody else you want to complain about?
A couple other notes. I think I don't think TJ Watt's fully healthy yet. He doesn't seem to be playing nearly. Is he even playing 50% of snaps? I don't.
He was in there a good bit. I just don't think he's as effective. If anything, I've noticed the rise in the other players around him. Highsmith had a great game.
All right, well, let's move into great games. We got Highsmith having a great game.
Yep.
Terrell Edmonds, he came in pretty good.
Yep.
Kazi came in pretty good. He almost had that pick.
Who?
Matt Wright.
Kazi.
Kamikaze came in like a. Matthew Wright's kicking pretty good. I mean, maybe we should trust him to kick a 52-yard field goal.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, Boswell seemed pretty okay on the sideline. I mean, for someone who has a supposed leg injury, he seemed.
Yeah, we went over this. There's a lot of difference between walking and being slightly energetic on a sideline and putting all of your muscle and force behind your leg to kick the ball as far as you can.
Slightly energetic. He was running on the field, jumping on players' backs. I think we're good.
Well, he might come back here in the next week or two.
Well, he's on IR, so he can't come back until 3 games?
4.
Yeah, but wasn't this the third? Yeah, this was only the second game.
Yeah, I think he was out a week and then they put him on IR.
No, this is the third. This is the 4th one because we had the one kicker that we signed, and then he was only there a week, and then we signed Matthew Wright, and he's played 3 games.
All right, so Boswell could be back this week. I think they give him 1 more week. Probably comes back against Baltimore. Let's move it on. Pat Freiermuth, he finally showed up in a game. I feel like it's been a while since they got the ball to him, and it turns out when you get him the ball, you get first downs.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks is that it's bringing up his FanDuel money.
Oh. Well, he's also getting points on FanDual, so.
That's true. That's true.
But
so would you rather have, do you want a tight end that costs $5,000 and gets you half a point, or do you want a guy who costs you $6,000 and gets you maybe 10 points?
That's true.
I'll take that half-point risk. My fantasy player of the week. No, I'm just kidding. We'll do that later.
All right, but let's get into the Beer Crack Player of the Week now that we are talking about players who did good. Just give me a minute.
Love the background. Love the wall and the pillow back there. It looks so good.
Hey, pillow for Monday Night Football. For having to listen to Troy Aikman and Joe Buck.
Yeah, I was all ready for that game, and then I heard their voices, and I was like, crap, I forgot they switched to Monday night. I'm like, I went all year without hearing them.
Honestly, though, the guys that were on Monday night last year, I did not like.
Yeah, but I like the Manning cast, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But first, let's talk about these guys. These guys get shit on all the time, and I'm not here to talk about how they're good at pass protecting. But what I am here to talk about is how Najee Harris was running like with a purpose. Like he knew how to play running back, like he wasn't on Dancing with the Stars. He gets hurt. Who comes in? Anthony McFarland. Anthony McFarland still rushes for another 30 yards in a backup role. But then who else comes in? Benny Snell. Did we even remember we had Benny Snell? We didn't. 62 yards, 5.2 yards a carry. They had 2 rushing touchdowns. You don't have that many running backs. Plus, Jaylen Warren was running good all season. That's 4 running backs running good.
And Pickett's rush yards.
Yeah, Pickens ran for another 32 yards. So at that point, you gotta have.
They both actually run.
That's good blocking. There's just good blocking. So you got to credit that to the offensive line. They can't pass protect to save their lives, or Kenny Pickett's life, but they can run the ball.
You mean George Pickett?
Yeah, George Pickett. So here's to you, defensive line.
You mean offensive line?
Yeah, something like that.
You said I needed to restart the show.
Look, I mean, at least I don't, I'm not getting paid millions of dollars to just know people's names.
But if you want millions of dollars to know people's names, we will learn them and get them right.
But speaking of people who suck at their job, Troy Aikman is absolute garbage. One, he couldn't get Pickett and Pickens right, which if you fuck that up once or twice, okay, I'm going to let that slide. But he effed that up for 3 straight hours. And then he was just going on and on and on about how the Colts need to run the ball. And then they start running the ball, and he's like, they got to throw it deep. How can you not throw it deep? It's like, can you just shut up? And why can't we just have the Manning cast as the primary broadcast? I don't need them to come to the booth. I don't need them to do the week of study for interviews and talking to players. I'm perfectly fine with them sitting on their couch talking about the game.
Bring a guest on the show.
At least they're into it. Like Aikman was into it 10 years ago, but he's been out of the game for a long time. Romo's into it. Like, part of what makes them good, and same thing with Peyton and Eli, is that when it's the 2-minute drill and they're just like they would be losing their shit at Jeff Saturday for not calling a timeout. Peyton Manning probably would have called him.
Yeah, he would have called him.
Been like, dude, we've been over this so many times.
The sideline phone be ringing. How the hell did he get this number?
Hey Peyton, how you doing? Oh, I should call timeout. Nope, it's the end of the game. Sorry. You should call a little earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, they're excited. They get all into it. They start calling plays themselves, saying what they would do. And Troy Aikman's just kind of like mailing it in, collecting paychecks at this point.
Well, I mean, Aikman had what? Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin doing all the work for him. So, I mean...
You're saying Joe Buck is doing all the work for Aikman?
Yep.
Now, Joe Buck sucks, too. He does a lot better on, like, unscripted TV.
Yeah.
When he was a guest on the Peyton Manning show, on the Manning,
yeah, right?
he was actually really good. Yeah,
all
when they're... That's just a horrible broadcast, and they paid such a high price for it. It's not better. I did find Fox is more enjoyable now that they have a bunch of no-names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Greg Olson's not a no-name.
I don't feel like he's a big name.
He's not a no-name.
He was a tight end.
He's well known.
Remember, we got 10 years of listening to Tom Brady after he retires on Fox.
It's okay because we'll be dead before he retires. That was a good half cough laugh there, Chris, to prove my point.
Oh man. All right, let's get into the other games. We've been talking about the Steelers game for. I mean, that's what happens when you have a win, though. That's what happens when you have a win.
You actually have stuff to talk about. Like, we suck.
Yeah. What do we want to see? Us to win.
Points on the board.
Yeah, now that we won, we can nitpick.
Yeah. Now we're gonna pick you apart.
Now we're gonna tell you why you didn't win the right way.
Yep.
All right, let's get started. First, I need to make my screen bigger. All right.
You need me to zoom in? You need to get some glasses?
No, I just needed to not have the smallest window of the screen. All right, let's start off with the Thanksgiving Day games. We got the Bills taking on the Lions. We said that the Lions would cover this spread, which they did. They lose to the Bills 28-25. I also said it would be the under, and it was.
Wow.
I nailed Thanksgiving. I bet on Sunday, but I nailed the Thanksgiving Day games.
You didn't bet on anything on Thanksgiving games?
I did bet on the Lions game. That's the only thing normally I parlay all three together, and I was like, I ain't doing it this year because I'm just gonna fuck it up and lose money, and I didn't feel like being pissed. So instead, I nailed it, and I was pissed because I didn't bet on it.
I really thought the Lions were going to pull this one out. I mean, it was just such a close game, and then they just gave it away. They bit their kneecaps and they spit them back out.
Yeah, at no point did I think the Lions were going to win this game, but I was confident that they were going to cover the spread. I thought for a second they were going to go over because the over was 53 and they got 52. Or sorry. What? Yeah. The over was 54 and they got 53.
Yeah.
That's how math works.
Yeah.
Let's move it on to another game that I said the Giants would cover the spread, and they did against the Cowboys, 28-20. Pretty sure us picking the Giants was more wishful thinking than a lone wolf.
No, you were like, why do you think the Cowboys are gonna win? Well,
all right. Well, let's move on to another lone wolf. I wonder who picked Kirk Cousins in prime time. What a stupid decision that was. Also said this game would go over. So, yeah.
Man, you were right on a few things there.
Yeah, Vikings win 33-26. Kirk Cousins showed up in prime time.
I was debating, though, is Thursday night considered prime time? By this point, everyone's passed out from all the turkey they ate.
Well,
yeah. Well, speaking of the turkey, did anybody see the turkey that NBC made?
Yeah, wasn't it like dry as?
Yeah. What was it? Like Adam Thielen spit it out.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson was like, I ain't taking my grills out for this. Kirk Cousins was like, yeah, I should probably get some of those. But yeah, I mean, the one thing that comes up every year or two, it gets really hyped that Kirk Cousins cannot play in prime time. And he lost that 425 game the week before. So they come out and they get this win in prime time.
Maybe
time they play prime time, they will lose.
Maybe playing the 425 games, like daylight savings time for him, it sprung him ahead so that he was already like ready for the 8 o'clock game. Has he already played a late game?
Maybe.
Could be. Let's move on to his old team. The Commanders take on the Falcons. The Commanders keep rolling, winning 19-13.
I was like, what is that?
A little music.
You forget to start the music.
No,
taking a timeout.
I didn't forget. This is exactly where I wanted it to start.
It's just the way it started with that wham.
So we don't start music till we start talking about Sunday night or Sunday.
Sunday games. Yeah, we don't screw that.
Sunday night.
So we're just skip all the games. Anyways,
okay.
The Commanders got themselves a playoff spot at the moment.
Yeah.
The entire NFC East.
It's making playoffs.
Yeah, a division where literally, 2 years ago, they were trying their hardest to lose games because they didn't want to make the playoffs. And now all 4 teams are in the playoffs.
Yep.
Let's move it on. We got the Jets and the Bears. This game was a roller coaster in pregame.
Yes, it was.
We went from Justin Fields might play to Trevor Siemian, and then it was Nathan Peterman, and everybody was changing their picks. I took the Jets to cover the spread by a lot. That's the only thing I really hit on Sunday because I thought Nathan Peterman was starting, and really, if he would have started this game, it would have been 60-0. But Trevor Siemian came out and got 10 points for the Bears.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Mike White is great for at least one game a year.
You don't think he's going to do well again?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
When we talk about next week.
You mean this week when we talk about next week?
Yeah, in like 10 minutes when we talk about next week.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. What life are you living in?
Fast one. Let's move it on. We got the Bengals taking on the Titans. The Bengals win 20-16. This was a toss-up, and the Bengals won the coin toss.
I really thought the Titans were really going to come back, and I really thought they were just going to run over them.
I think the Bengals are getting hot. We're moving on. Okay, we got the Texans taking on the Dolphins. Big shocker here. The Dolphins win 30-15. The shocking part is that it was by 15 points and not 80.
Yeah, well, they pulled Tua, and then the Texans started coming back, and they're like, oh, man, ever since they pulled Tua, they haven't been able to do anything on offense. They would have put Tua back in.
See, I turned this game off at halftime. I'm like, there's no way Tua probably even comes out in the second half. But, yeah, I mean, there's no reason to play any of your starters because the Texans are horrible. Moving on, we got the Panthers and the Broncos. The Panthers beat the Broncos 23-10.
Is Hackett not fired yet?
Well, he's no longer calling plays.
2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Fucking Russ was too busy burning Thanksgiving dinner, and the Panthers forgot that they were supposed to be tanking. Let's move it on. We got the Browns and the Buccaneers. We got Jacoby Brissett was trying to make a case to keep his job. I mean, it's futile because, $250 million guaranteed. But the Browns beat the Buccaneers 23-17.
Yeah, that one kind of shocked me a little bit. I was expecting that to be really thought the Bucs were going to do us a favor there.
Yeah, especially coming off a bye week. I thought they would play a little bit better. And, it's not like Tom Brady has a family to spend Thanksgiving with anymore. Ooh. So.
Fired.
Oof.
Now, here's a game that nobody saw coming except for Jeff. Jaguars beat the Ravens 28-27. My fantasy. Oh, never mind. That wasn't my fantasy pick of the week. My fantasy pick of the week was DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, well, that was the second best.
We finally found out that
my other pick was
doesn't have enough leg.
Marvin Jones. I thought was going to be a good pick because he'd score a touchdown, which he did. But I didn't realize Zay Jones was going to catch like 20 passes. I didn't know the Ravens were just going to be like, we don't need to cover Zay Jones. He doesn't even have a full first name.
Do you guys find that, Justin Tucker doesn't miss often, but when he does, it is like just the first extra point he missed in like 3 years the one year, and he donked it off the upright, and it cost.
How are you trying to say he nailed a 67-yarder straight down the middle? It was just not a 67-yard kick. That game was delayed by rain for like 30 minutes.
I'm just saying, supposedly he's the best kicker in the league.
67-yard field goal on a soaking wet field. I don't think this is the place to talk shit about Justin Tucker.
If it was in Denver, he would have made it.
Now, let's talk shit about the announcers and so many people saying, if it was a yard closer, he would have made it.
That was not a yard.
No, that son bitch landed like halfway through the end zone. It wasn't going to make it. Maybe 63 yards. Yeah. Now, when Lamar Jackson threw that pass, again, another team that doesn't know how timeouts work because they had timeouts and their tight end tried very hard to run out of bounds instead of going up the field. Now, if he would have ran up the field, maybe got those 4 yards that he was short.
Yeah.
So Ravens just can't win a game, but somehow won 7. I don't understand.
Hey, Jaguars did us a huge favor.
Just every game that they've lost, they have had a huge lead in at some point.
Oh yeah, and they've lost in the last 30 seconds of the game.
Let's move on. We got Cardinals and Chargers, 2 teams that try their hardest not to win. Chargers pull reverse Chargers and win 25-24.
Yeah, I mean, it was Cardinals. What do you expect?
Well, yeah, but they were playing the Chargers, so what do you expect?
Yeah, I think the Cardinals are. I mean, Cardinals are worse than the Chargers. But
Yeah,
it was right. It was in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cardinals are terrible at home. They get really comfortable there. I don't know what's in Phoenix, but they do not come ready to play.
No.
Let's move on to Rams and Chiefs. I know this was a shocker that the Chiefs won 26-10.
Yeah, no shocker.
Yeah, no shocker.
Yeah, I mean, I said that the Chiefs would cover this, or the Rams would cover the spread. Kind of depends where you put that line at. I know it changed a lot, but I think the Chiefs managed to cover. So, because that was at 15.5, so they covered by a point. So, I was wrong on that one, but you can't get them all right.
No.
Or if you're me, whatever you put money on, you won't get right. Then we got Saints and Niners. The Saints are horrible.
They are.
They lose 13-0.
Yeah, I did not realize they didn't even score a point. That's their second game this year they've been blown out.
Yeah.
We're not blown out, shutout.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just.
I mean, if the Steelers won by 13-0, I call that a blowout.
No more Sean Payton. I don't know why Andy Dalton's still starting. Jameis Winston is there.
Yeah, I don't know. Andy Dalton.
Right. I mean, I don't understand what the point of Andy Dalton is. Play Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill won games. Jameis Winston played pretty good. No, just keep starting the red rifle that ran out of bullets 5 years ago.
You're gonna shoot your eye out.
No, you're not, because there ain't no fucking bullets. All right, we got Raiders Seahawks, and as this is obviously the game we all thought would be the highest scoring.
Yeah.
And the fucking Raiders might actually be figuring something out.
What, run the ball with Jacobs?
Yeah, except for now he's hurt.
Yeah.
Hey,
Or the Seahawks are crashing down to earth. Which is it? Or maybe it's a little bit of both. The Raiders are finally putting it all together, or the Seahawks are remembering that they suck.
No, yeah, I think it's a little both.
A little both.
Not our fantasy league, but in another league I had Jacobs, and I was projected to lose badly, and I ended up winning. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move it on. We got Eagles Packers. Jordan Love made this game close, 40-33.
I feel like if Jordan Love would have started this game,
here we go.
I think they would have won.
I was about ready to ask, do you think he starts? Even if Rodgers is healthy now, I mean they're almost out of it, aren't they?
Well,
They are.
first of all, Aaron Rodgers is not healthy. He's got a broken thumb on his throwing hand. He's got bruised ribs, or
Oblique, wasn't it? I thought it was oblique.
oblique injury, whatever. He's got multiple injuries. They're not in the playoff standings. Just take at least a week off. The Packers need to figure out what to do with Jordan Love. His contract's coming up. They need to know Are you taking the 5th-year option? Are you letting him go? Are you getting rid of Aaron Rodgers? It's time to sit Rodgers. Figure out what you have.
But didn't they sign him to a 3-year deal?
Well, everyone's an idiot. You can't get in a high-level position without being a complete dumbass. Okay?
I mean, I was watching that game. It was hard watching it, knowing that, like, at any given point, an Eagle defender could come in and hit Rodgers, and I honestly didn't. He was going to go out on a stretcher if he got hit. Like, the guy was barely able to throw the ball and stand up at the same time.
Yeah, and if they were in playoff standings, I could see him trying to fight back. If Jordan Love came out and played like absolute garbage, I could see trying to get him back in there.
Yep.
But Jordan Love showed a lot of promise. I'd like to see where that goes.
I think it comes down to a respect thing. I think, Aaron Rodgers has disrespected a large amount of the team, especially the wide receivers. Jordan Love comes out, and it seemed like all of a sudden everyone wanted to play. So,
I don't know. Rodgers turned into Favre, so it's just deja vu all over again.
Next thing you know, he'll have a complete purple arm.
Yeah.
Well, guess Kirk Cousins is out of Minnesota. Oh no, he's got to do a 1-year stint with the Jets first, and he's got to go.
This was just another late game where I was like, "There's no point in watching Packers Eagles because Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a chance of putting together a game." So I was like, "I'm just gonna watch Yellowstone," and then I was like, "Jordan Love's in," and I was like, "Oh, now I gotta watch." Now I gotta stay up. Now I can't watch my show. I gotta watch to see what Jordan Love does. Because I knew what Aaron Rodgers was gonna do.
Right.
Blow the game and then blame somebody else.
But the big question is, what does John Dutton do as governor?
He shuts everything down.
Okay, hey. Someone's gotta wait for it to stream.
Spoilers. No spoilers.
I only said
Why
governor.
did you bring it up?
I didn't bring
I
it up.
was saying governor because it was in the previews.
Y'all gotta get cable. Anyways, let's move on. It's been 10 minutes.
It's been more than 10 minutes, but okay.
Oh, you don't want to talk about the Steelers again?
I feel like we just did.
We won.
We're out of time.
Woo! Okay. All right. So we talk about playoff picture.
Playoffs. We can talk about the playoffs. Do you want me to pull up the standings, or do you want me to pull up the AFC North?
Let's talk about the
AFC North.
You want to do AFC North first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to play a fun game where we're going to go through and do all of our how we think each team's going to do for the rest of the season. And I'm going to go ahead and predict what Jeff's going to say. All right.
Can you see everything all right?
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
So
hold on, Chris. For your records, do you want us to go by week or by team?
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help?
All right, Siri. Thanks. Anyways.
Hold on. Will the Steelers make the
All right, let me just start with my prediction for what Jeff's gonna say. We'll start with the Steelers. I think he thinks we're gonna beat the Falcons. Just give me a head nod or thumbs up or. All right, I think we're gonna beat the Ravens. I think we're gonna beat the Panthers. You think we're gonna lose to the fucking Panthers? The shitty Panthers. Yeah. Then you got us beating the Raiders, beating the Ravens, and beating the Browns. Wow, I was so close. But of course, classic Jeff fashion, he takes the team with the worst record and says we're going to lose to them.
That's the one we're going to sleep on.
Yeah.
We're either going to lose to the Panthers or the Falcons. We're going to sleep on one of them. The 3 AFC North people, out. Done. Signed, sealed, delivered. Take it to the bank.
I think we either split with the Ravens or drop it to the Browns.
Now we already dropped one to the Browns, and the Browns have become more
True.
brownie as the season's gone on.
Yeah, but
Then
they're going
we
to have to
split
show a lot.
with the Ravens.
That's fine. Hey, last time we played Deshaun Watson, we won. So
Yeah,
All right, let's go over. I want to go over the Ravens and what Jeff predicts for that. I think Jeff thinks the Broncos are going to win.
now Ravens are going to win.
Oh, okay, it's not going to be fun.
It's not going to be fun.
I thought you were going to at least pick up on my joke where I was just going to say the Steelers are going to win out and the Ravens are going to lose out, but you weren't going to. You didn't want to do it.
He wasn't picking up what you were putting down.
Yeah.
I picked it up. I shut it down.
All right. I think I really think we're going to beat the Falcons. I think we can beat the Ravens. And I'm pretty confident that when we retire Franco Harris's number, we're going to beat the Raiders.
The Raiders that was like a sign seal deliver for me.
It's just too big of a game for us to lose. That's the one where all the players show up motivated for.
And that's Saturday night too.
Wait, you skipped the Panthers, man.
I didn't have much to say about the Panthers. I think we win in that game.
Okay.
After the bye week, I had us losing one game. We already lost to the Bengals, so I have us winning out.
I mean, I could see us winning out. I just heard we're going to drop a stupid game. And my thing is, I don't see us dropping a game in the division. I see us dropping it to either the Falcons or the Panthers if we're going to drop one. But let's just say in a perfect world, we win out.
Okay.
So that would put the Steelers at, right now we're 4-7. So we'd be 10-7 for the season.
Okay.
You wouldn't have had to count if we had a 16-game schedule.
So anyway,
I think the bigger problem is that the Bengals at 7-4. It's a toss-up against the Chiefs. They probably beat the Browns. I think they beat the Bucks. It depends what Patriots team shows up, but they're getting hot right now. I feel like the Bengals can really go on a run here. I will, however, stick a fork in the Browns.
You know, just forking the Browns, and they ended up winning last week.
Yeah, I put a fork in them and they won. They beat Tom Brady.
Jeff,
they're gonna beat the Texans, but then they're gonna lose to the Bengals, lose to the Ravens.
They'll beat the Saints.
Well, they'd be doing us a huge favor if they beat the Ravens or the Bengals for us.
Yeah, I mean, really all depends what kind of Deshaun Watson comes back.
Well, if anything, Deshaun Watson, let's say Deshaun Watson comes back and they get a little hot streak because it's a changing quarterback. And so far this year in the NFL, you start a different quarterback. It's been pretty good for you for about a game or two. So if that's the case, that they might beat the Bengals.
Joe Mixon's coming back. Jamar Chase is coming back. I just think they're getting hot at the right time. They're putting up points. They beat the Titans without those guys. Just they're a team they're doing what they did last year. They're getting hot. I think that's what kills us on our ability to. I mean, they do have a tough schedule with playing Chiefs, Bills. Maybe if the Ravens show up.
I think Patriots is tough too with that defense because the Patriots defense been putting up some pretty good stoppages and putting up some good numbers.
Didn't they just let up like 33 points?
I said they have been. They had one bad game.
All right. Chris, you got anything to add to this?
No.
Do you think the Steelers can win out?
It's possible. The only things that I could see is losing one of the Ravens games.
Do you agree that we should kick Jeff's ass if we lose to the Panthers for just bringing up that negativity?
Yeah. We should make him drink out of his boot.
Yeah. Jeff has to drink out of a boot if we lose to the Panthers.
Das boot.
No, your boot.
No.
Jeff boot.
All right, let's move on to next week's games and see how they're going to shake out.
All right.
We're not doing the overall playoff picture.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
I didn't realize how close we were actually for a wild card. Like, the AFC sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to be really good, but
Yeah.
they suck.
I just find, like, there's, like, each conference has, like, 4 teams that are doing really good. And then the rest of them are all just kind of, like, we hope to not be a losing record going into the playoffs.
Yeah, except for in the NFC, it's all in one division.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the AFC.
All right, Matt. So does the road to the Super Bowl go through Kansas City or does it go through Miami?
I think it goes to Miami. I think the Bengals upset Kansas City, and Miami just keeps going on their tear.
Okay.
You want to scroll down a little bit here?
Sure.
We'll look at our area.
Our area? Hold on. Let me go. Hold on.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah,
So-
all the way to the bottom.
Well, you got to look, though. So, okay. So we're
What
4
kind
and
of playoff standing did you find that still has the Texans in it?
that's just the whole AFC.
The whole AFC.
Okay. So you look here with a win this week against.
All right,
the
scroll
Falcons.
up to where we can see the playoff teams. Yep, keep scrolling. Okay. Scroll down just slightly.
5, 6.
All right, so
7.
right now we got the Jets as the 7 seed
Yes.
at 7-4.
Yes.
So let's just say that they're imploding. The coin flip guy is officially out because they were supposed to lose to the Bears. But let's just say they implode out. Then you gotta hope that New England implodes, and then the Chargers are playing well and they're somewhat healthy. I'm not too worried about Indy or Jacksonville because Trevor Lawrence played great last week, but that doesn't mean shit. I've seen him play great before and then completely forget what a football is.
I'm just saying, you look at the chunk of 4 and 7s right there. Within a week, we could be on top of all that. And then now you're looking at what does Los Angeles do? What do the Patriots do? You know, that could. There's a lot of changing that can still happen around here.
You need. So
Two
we can get ourselves on top of because we play the Browns and we play the Raiders and we just beat the Colts.
Yep.
So we can get ourselves on top of 3 of those teams, and I'm not too worried about Jacksonville. But now you're counting on the Jets, Patriots, and Chargers all taking a shit. Or, if you scroll back up, you can count on the Bills falling apart, maybe. The Bengals are getting hot. The Ravens are finding great ways to lose games, so
There
You gotta
is a possibility that Cincy wins the division and the Ravens get put into the wild card, and then if we beat the Ravens twice, we could take that spot.
So that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping that Cincy gets the division and the Ravens fail out of the wild card.
Yep. I mean, we're looking at the 7th seed at best.
Oh, yeah.
Possible division winner, but
Wait, I was about to
in a
say,
perfect scenario.
you were talking about how they're going to win the division. You're saying they're 17?
I was looking at possibilities of winning the division.
Well, let's be real. I think the AFC North is definitely stuck with the number 4 seed.
Yeah.
Of course, Tennessee's not looking too hot. They're also at 7-4.
It would have been really nice if they beat the Jets this week. Or not the Jets. They didn't play the Jets. Who did Tennessee just lose to this week?
The Bengals.
That's right, the Bengals. That would have done us another favor.
Yeah, well. They didn't. You want me to pull up the NFC, or are we still talking about?
Well, the NFC, there's a 100% chance of the NFC East being the entire playoffs. So, it's funny. The way that they're labeled out right now with the Eagles on top, and then the 3 wild cards are all the other 3 teams in the NFC East. Technically, if all 3 of them win, we could see a complete NFC East divisional and championship bracket.
Good. Yeah, the NFC is way better. Maybe not really. Never mind. They still got a lot of 4-7 and 4-8. Look, yeah.
Let's go back to the top there. Well, first of all, you got the Buccaneers in there at 5-6, and then scroll down so we can see the other 3 wild card teams at least. I think that's your playoff picture right there. I don't think that changes.
You don't think the Seahawks sneak in there?
The Seahawks are going downhill. The 49ers are getting better. The only team that I could see falling out of this is New York at this point.
What about Tampa?
Well, see, the thing with Tampa is that their division. If you scroll down,
The Falcons are only one game
Falcons
in.
can beat them.
Well, we're going to beat the Falcons this week, so.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in the Falcons. The Panthers aren't going to make it. And the Saints are absolutely trash. So,
Do you think they have a losing record going into whoever wins that division will have a losing record?
no. If you're going to ask these questions, next time maybe get the schedules of the teams we're going to talk about. So we could actually look at and be like, they can win that one or that one.
Maybe next week.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Maybe next week.
No, I think the NFC playoff picture is just about set.
Yeah.
The Vikings could overtake the Eagles, but because they have a fairly tough schedule.
And I know, Matt, you and I were talking about this. I was saying how I wasn't really, I don't know, this week I just didn't feel like I was into the games much. But your explanation of probably why made sense.
We know what teams are at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of know who's going to win and who's going to lose and who's in it, who's out. Your fantasy teams are all set. You're not really making changes anymore.
Every week, man. Every week.
Yeah, well, you made the most changes in our league, so.
That, and you have the worst record.
I'm close to not having the worst record.
Hey, at least you beat John, Matt.
Yeah. Who has the second most transactions? So I was gonna try and pull a parallel between Jeff making so many moves, but John's number 1 and Jeff's dead last. So
Yeah, I've only made
number 1
moves this year.
How many?
74.
Only.
John made 59.
Yeah, well, he's 10-2.
And Laura made 9.
Yeah. Way to go, Laura.
So actually, yes, if you want to give that,
Name your team
she's
up.
ranked. She's 7th. I'm 8th. So not really. There's your 2 extremes: the least and the most, and they're in the last.
Yeah.
Two.
So in case you're wondering, there's no parallel between how many transactions you make and your record. It's all about picking good people.
Yeah.
Or you could be like Jeff, who picks up players who are about to be good, but then drops them before that point. You had Tua on your team. You had Alvin Kamara on your team. You had so many players on your team, and you
I had
just
George
let
Kittle,
them go. You had who?
I had George Kittle.
Why don't you hold on to them? Those are players you just hold on to.
I had him because my entire bench would be full of them. They all took like 5 weeks to get going, and I was like, well, I'm in a hole.
Yeah, you should have held on to them. You could have had a half-decent team after 5 weeks. All right, let's start talking about. We got Bills Patriots. I took the Bills to win this.
Yeah, we all.
I took Patriots.
Oh no, that's right. Jeff did take the Patriots.
Ooh, Lone Wolf.
One of his many.
I don't know. The Bills are a pretty good team.
I think Patriots continue to roll, even though I just said that the Patriots need to lose. But
you contradict yourself a lot, man.
Yep. The downfall of the Bills.
Now, Bills keep rolling. Let's move it on. Just like us. We got Jets and Vikings. Vikings are going to win this one by a lot.
Yep, that's who I took.
Yeah, we all took the Vikings. And I'm
they're going to cover that 3-point spread. I'd say they win by a touchdown, at least.
Mike White's magic is gone.
Yep. Moving on, we got Broncos and Ravens.
So remember before when we were going through the rest of the AFC North schedule, and I was like, I would take the Ravens to beat the Broncos. So actually, I picked the Broncos to beat the Ravens.
Yeah,
you ruined my joke, and I was right.
Look, it was too close of a call against the Jags. I think the Ravens lose.
Yeah, but the Jaguars don't have Russell Wilson.
The Ravens don't either. They got Lamar. Both are gigantic question marks of who you're going to get.
The Broncos suck. And it's in Baltimore. Take Baltimore.
Yeah.
Nope.
Plus, they just lost to the Jaguars. They're probably pretty pissed about that. Yeah. They didn't play good against the Panthers. They're pissed about that.
Well, a pissed Lamar doesn't win games.
Well, a pissed Raven defense does, and that's who's getting the shit right now. Well, except for Jeff. Jeff's giving Justin Tucker shit for missing a field goal that went around the world 3 times first.
Whoa. That spread on that one.
Yeah, that's a real toss-up game. We'll get back to this one.
It's a 1.5 spread.
I was looking at Steelers Falcons.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I looked at the top game.
Normally we skip over our game, so
yeah, that's why I was.
I just saw the spread, and it's just...
yeah. Chris and I are on the same page. Jeff needs to take a timeout.
It's fine. We all need to take timeouts today.
Okay, everyone go in the corner.
Okay.
All right, we got Jaguars Lions. I think the Lions are going to win this game. The Jaguars show up every now and again like a very good team, but then they crash back down to earth the next week.
I'm taking the Jags. The Lions have proven it's not their house.
Yeah, I have the Lions.
Jeff, you're supposed to be rooting against AFC teams.
Yeah, what happened to that, man?
At the very least, it's a toss-up. Why are you taking the AFC team?
Oh,
He's trying to catch up.
Are you trying to play pick 'em like a golf score?
Low score wins.
All right, let's move it on. Jeff's trying to eagle on his picks. He got the Eagles and Titans.
So I took Titans.
I think I took the Titans. I can't remember.
You did. You took the Titans. I took the Eagles.
All right, Eagles put up a pretty big game against the Packers. And the Packers ran the ball pretty well against the Eagles. And I think Derrick Henry's going to continue that. Also, Titans coming off of a loss. Mike Vrabel's a good coach. Good coaches don't lose 2 games in a row.
It's true.
Let's move it on. We got Browns and Texans. Deshaun Watson's coming back in his first game against Houston. Jeez, I wonder how that happened.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't planned at all.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, they didn't even change his suspension just so he could play this game. Deshaun Watson has not thrown a football competitively in 2 years.
He was in that movie, The Longest Yard, I thought.
Yeah. Look, he's gotten 800 massages, but he has not thrown a touchdown.
Just sucks, can't finish. Anyways, I think he loses to his former team.
I think the crowd is going to be crazy at booing him. I think the Texans come out and score a good fuck you touchdown, and then the Browns win because the Texans still suck. And once things settle down, then the Texans will just fall back apart. But they'll score that extra touchdown this week.
See, I think that the Browns are going to have some growing pains from switching their quarterback, and there's going to be a division in the locker room, which is not going to get figured out till the next game when they play Cincinnati.
Maybe if Brissett won a couple more games, if they're sitting at 6-6 or 6-7, 6-5 or whatever the hell it's supposed to be, then maybe you're like, why don't we keep going with Brissett? But Deshaun Watson's been practicing for 3 weeks. He played in the preseason. Also, the Texans suck, so it's a pretty good get-right game for him.
Yeah.
But we'll see this is an interesting game. We'll see what he has left. I mean, not a lot of players can take that much time off and come back and be good. Really, no player can voluntarily take a year off and ever come back and play good football. Yeah, we all know who I'm taking shots at.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, crazy. Let's move on. We got Commanders and Giants. Commanders are pretty hot right now. I took the Commanders.
Same here, Commanders.
All took Commanders, so the Giants will probably win.
You know, the Giants traded I forget his face.
Is it Tony?
Yeah, the wide receiver.
Kadarius Tony.
Yeah. And he they just haven't been the same since. I'm not sure why a team with as good as record as they did traded a player to, I would have tried to keep building around that team, not get rid of pieces. They pulled a Pirates. Anyways, let's move on. We got Packers and Bears. Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears, but maybe Jordan Love also owns the Bears. Or maybe the Bears suck. But I took the Bears if Aaron Rodgers plays. I think this will be the end of Aaron Rodgers. He will go out and play against the Bears, and he will lose. He will lose his ownership stake in the Bears if he plays this game. And Justin Fields plays.
Well, I chose the Packers, and
I'm taking the Packers too.
But I'm on the fence about it. If Justin Fields doesn't play, or if Justin Fields plays, then I'm switching to the Bears.
Nah, they'll find a way to lose. I'm taking the Packers. I think Jordan Love leads them on to victory. If Aaron Rodgers plays, he will go out on a stretcher because there's no way he's taking any hits from the Bears defense without going down.
If Aaron Rodgers plays, you're still taking the Packers?
Yeah, he ain't going to play long.
Okay.
Jordan Love will be in there.
All right.
He will
Jordan
play
Love
more than
is
half the
going
game.
to play at some point. It's whether or not Aaron Rodgers needs to get further smashed into the ground to realize he's an old man.
Yeah.
And it's time to step aside. All right, we got Seahawks Rams. God, that was supposed to be a matchup.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now it's like
Seahawks. Well, the Rams. Well, no Stafford and no Cup.
yeah.
So I guess take the Seahawks.
That's what I was taking.
But
Yep.
the Seahawks are trying hard to lose. I don't know. I'd take the Seahawks, but
Yeah, we all pick Seahawks.
maybe take the Rams to cover.
I don't know. They didn't do too well last week. Did they cover last week?
No, but they were playing the Chiefs, not the
Yeah.
Seahawks.
That's it.
Let's move it on. We got the Dolphins and Niners.
Well, Hill's injured.
Is he out?
He's not out, but he's injured, and he hasn't completed the last. I do believe his last 2 games he hasn't completed the game.
Well, there's still Jalen Waddle.
I don't know that Niners defense though; they're fierce.
I took the Dolphins.
Took the Niners.
I took
If
the-
Tyreek Hill doesn't play, maybe I'll change it. But
Yeah, it's a toss-up game now that the 49ers are playing better.
they only put up
Niners-
13 points against a really trash Saints defense. We put up 20.
But see, the Niners are built on running the ball and good defense, so they're not going to be high-scoring affairs. But that defense has just been very just dominating the last 2 games. And if they can stay healthy, I see them making a pretty good statement for themselves.
I think if Tyreek Hill plays this game takes the over.
Probably.
Let's move it on. We got Chargers Raiders, the game that gave us all a heart attack last year.
You mean
I took the Chargers to win this game.
Jeff's going with the Crapsters?
So Jeff thinks the Crapsters turned into the Raiders. I am confident that this game will go over 50 points.
And overtime down to the last 3 seconds, and we'll end with the field goal.
No, not quite like that, but I do think this game could be very high scoring.
What are the chances they tie?
I remember last year, my uncle congratulated me for having the Steelers make the playoffs. I was like, there's still a scenario where they don't.
I
But
never in my life, like, the tie always came up in playoff scenarios, and everyone's just like, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. And then this one time, they were just everybody in the world, it felt like, was just harping on like the Raiders and Chargers are just gonna tie so they can both make it in.
Yep.
And I was getting so pissed as the seconds ticked away, and I was like, motherfuckers are gonna tie.
But they didn't. They didn't.
Nope.
They didn't, but I think the Chargers win this one. The Raiders won last time. The Chargers win this time, and definitely take the over. I would actually bump this over up to 60. I think this score breaks 60. It's really not that hard of an over to hit.
Yeah, it really isn't. I mean, the Raiders and Seahawks did it last week, so
Yeah. Then we got Chiefs Bengals. Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon coming back. It's in Cincinnati. I'm taking the upset here. I'm taking the Bengals.
I'm with Jeff.
taking the Chiefs.
Taking the over of this game too.
Oh yeah,
You're welcome, sir. I did not do the O's this time.
we can if you want, though. We can if you want. Just
I'm gonna
say
go-
the word and we'll do it.
I'm gonna go if you don't want to.
Moving on, we got Colts Cowboys. It's a pretty
Yeehaw.
large spread.
Yeah. Yeah, we all got the Cowboys.
Now, the only question here is, are the Colts going to run the ball a lot? Try and get back to how they won games or won one game?
Wow. Matt, you got to throw it deep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're gonna run or you're gonna throw it deep. Which one?
No, they should run the ball. I think maybe they can cover the spread at least that way.
But whatever you do, don't run a balanced offense. It's all one or the other. You can't run a balanced offense. That don't exist.
No.
The worst part, it's got to be when you have a bad offense. We talk about it all the time. Having bad offensive coordinator. But, we can't just run the ball. Throws the ball twice. You can't just throw the ball every down. It's easy to be an armchair.
There we go. We got a comment.
I don't know if we missed a comment before, but it was way too late to bring that other one up. You're good. You still have no. Okay, we can do it. I see. Oh wait, Jeff, I can't see you. I think what she's saying is she wants us to do it. I don't think that I read that comment. I'm good. You can keep going and doing the chant. That's what I'm hearing.
Yep, the afternoon we all turned into Chiefs fans. Let's move it on.
Afternoon, evening.
Ooh, that next day was rough for me.
I didn't even make it out of your driveway.
I was not left at your house, Matt.
Let's move on. We got Saints and Buccaneers for the Monday night game.
That's gonna be fun.
The good news about this game is that the Manning cast is back.
Yes.
Oh, that will be fun.
Oh.
I don't know which is going to be worse, them making fun of the Saints organization or just the amount of Tom Brady jokes there's going to be. Oh, I hope Eli wears the Super Bowl rings.
That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know why Tom Brady sucks. Clicking him on the table.
I don't know. I took the Bucks. Also, yeah. I don't think the Mannings are going to trash the Saints because that's their team.
Their team. Their dad's team. Yeah, no, they don't trash any team. They root for both teams. Peyton mainly roots for the offense. He's always like, "Come on, do something."
The reason Peyton can't go into the booth is because at some point he's gonna get so pissed that he would run down there and be like, "Let me show you how to do this."
Which is what everyone wants. They want him to just coach a team and see the highest flying offense in the world.
He can't handle the fact that if you're a coach, you can't talk to the quarterback in the last 15 seconds of the play clock.
He'd be yelling. Audible it. Omaha.
You forgot to say Omaha.
All right, well, you want me to scroll back up to the Steelers game?
Sure, if that's what you feel like doing.
No, I want to get this off.
We can there we go.
This is better. See our pretty faces.
Yep. All right, the Pittsburgh Falcons take on the Atlanta Steelers. What are we looking for this game?
You can go first.
Second half offense?
Yeah. Full game. I want to see a full game of just domination.
I feel like this is the game where I feel like the defense is going to make a statement.
Okay.
You think this is going to be the TJ Watt game?
Yes.
Ooh.
This will be the one. This will be the game where everything's figured out. And, I'm talking a bigger defensive stance on this game than week one. Okay. From a stat line. We might see a shutout.
Wow.
That's how confident I am in our defense this week. I feel like they're clicking. They're really clicking. We got a good rotation of guys.
I'm just looking for I'm looking for the offense to stay on schedule. Because that's the kind of offense that we have. Where you just want to... First of all, somebody needs to tell Pickett that it's never okay to literally turn around and run.
Pickett or Pickens? Which one? I can't remember what you... We're so...
I don't remember what I said.
You said...
What we need to do is we'll put Derek Watt in as the fullback. And as soon as Pickett goes to run, Watt's back there and he goes, nope.
Where are
you
now,
going?
we have one of the best fullbacks in the league. And you want to put him in on offense? You get that crazy talk the fuck out of here.
Hey,
I don't want to hear about this whole having a great lead blocker helping our already great running game. Just don't. I don't want to have a bruising back in the backfield on 3rd and 1 when we need a yard. I don't want a guy who can just get 3 yards in a cloud of dust. We better not see Derek Watt doing what he's made to do.
I mean, he's only 4 for 4 on getting first downs on 3rd down.
Look what you started, Jeff. Look what you started.
I mean, that's just asininely stupid to put the fullback in on an obvious running down. I mean, why would you even bring that up?
He didn't
It's
really
almost like running a 3 tight end set.
Look, if you're going to run the ball, go 5 wide. Go 6 wide. Get rid of an offensive lineman. They'll never see it coming.
Especially because Pickett's the runner.
And whatever you do, don't put Derek Watt in when you got to get a yard. That dude's just too damn good. It's not fair.
What you're saying is we should send him deep.
I need to see Deontay Johnson plowing people over between the tackles, and I want to see Derek Watt and Zach Gentry running post routes. I want to see Najee Harris throwing the ball. I want to see Kenny Pickett snapping the ball. I want to see George Pickens kicking the ball. I want to see everything fucked up.
Jesus, what has gotten into you?
I'm pissed. I'm out of beer.
What are you pissed about?
Is that a beer?
Jeff brought up Derek Watt. It infuriates me.
It's like Hines Ward not being in the Hall of Fame yet.
Oh, no, Jeff. Come on.
Derek Watt not playing on offense at 90% of the snaps is as infuriating as people saying Hines Ward is not a great wide receiver.
Jeez, why did you?
Chris got the buzzer ready.
I was waiting for it.
I was about ready to, and then he stopped.
Yeah, anyways, I definitely don't want to see Derek Watt playing on offense.
What makes it better about Hines Ward is they put him in a finalist every year just to drag him along, and then they're like, nah.
Yeah. I feel like people forget he was a Super Bowl MVP. They're like, well, his stats are up there with the Hall of Fame players. But is he a Hall of Fame player? Which is a stupid argument. Yes. If the stats are there, yes, he's a Hall of Famer. Also, we might as well just keep it going because I'm not stopping now. 2-time Super Bowl winner, 3-time Super Bowl.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, he got so mad he left. I unmuted you. He needs a beer to finish it.
He's gonna calm himself back down.
Yeah.
Oh man, Chris, what do you want to see?
Hines Ward in the Hall of Fame.
Well, that's
Super Bowl MVP Hines Ward in the Hall of Fame. And Derek Watt inducting him. But as long as Derek Watt's not on offense.
Put him in on defense.
I'll take it. He likes to hit people.
Maybe we can just have Derek Watt call the plays.
Maybe. All right, you want to get into our fantasy players?
Sure.
Sure.
Let me bring up my fantasy dud of the week.
Wow. We didn't do. I mean, I had the worst one. That's because I think Matt, you like double jinxed him by saying that we should double down on him because you were gonna pick him.
Who'd you pick last week? I don't
It was
remember.
Samuel. He had like 1 point.
Did I say you should play?
Yeah, because you were originally gonna pick him, and then I chose him, and
I said play Terry McLaurin was
no, I said Curtis Samuel.
whatever.
You were already having some Thanksgiving drinks.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Marquise Valdez-Scantling this week because well, logic doesn't make any sense, so might as well just pick a Chiefs wide receiver. But he's shit. He's $5,800. He's been on and off the field a lot. He's gonna be on the field this week.
So my pick is Higbee, tight end for the Rams. He's playing the 32nd ranked defense, or 32nd against tight ends, 30th ranked defense overall, 23rd against pass, 29th against the rush. I feel like he's going to have a pretty decent game. He's also only $5,300 on FanDuel.
And Jeff, who's the quarterback for the Rams?
Yep. That's why it's $5,300 on FanDuel.
I know you're trying to get like good low cost. We're doing good value. Like you gotta.
That's good value.
Okay.
I mean, younger quarterbacks typically go for tight ends, so I'll help you out there.
Exactly.
Which leads me to my fantasy player of the week.
Is it Derek Watt?
Nope.
Yes. No.
It's Freiermuth.
It's Freiermuth.
Collins Lord.
Freiermuth. I know you chose him before, Matt, but I had to go with him this week. 5,900 on FanDuel, playing the 28th overall defense, 28th against the pass. Pickens, I don't know who he is throwing the ball. Pickett's finding him more, and I think he's gonna have another good week.
I had to stop talking about Freiermuth because he always comes up short whenever I try to talk him up.
Okay, so should I talk him down?
Yeah, I definitely say he's gonna suck.
Okay, he's gonna suck. All right, you want to get into our game here?
Do we want to talk any more about the game?
Oh yeah, I forgot you took over the game talk with Derek Watt.
Well, we just talked about Derek Watt and about how we definitely don't want to see him playing. We probably don't want to see TJ Watt playing either.
All right, well, what else you want to talk about the game? What?
Comment.
Uh-oh. Yeah, well, I usually have good picks, so
Not last week.
not last week. Last week was terrible. That's because I think Matt jinxed me, even though he meant Terry McLaurin apparently.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch last week's episode.
Good, we'll get a view.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see more of KZ or what is it?
Easy. I'm pretty sure it's easy.
Casey.
You know what I hope we draft next year? People with easy names to say.
Isn't Kenny Pickett easy?
Not when you draft
George
Pickens.
What do you say, Jeff? That you want to draft players that have easy names?
No. That my player's going to do well every week.
Oh, yeah. But you two had okay weeks. We didn't have anybody do a great job though. So.
She took my advice about the Colts quarterback.
Well, that was horrible. I don't know why anybody would ever do that.
I hope you don't listen to his advice anymore. Actually, yeah, you should probably just not listen to any. Nobody should listen to our advice, honestly.
We're here for you to do the opposite.
Yeah, we're gonna tell you who not to choose.
Like, share, and subscribe so that others may do the opposite as well.
If you want to know who not to start,
if we mention them at all on this show, just nope.
Just like how Kenny Pickett's going to get sacked 18 times because I made the offensive line beer crack player of the week.
Oh no, you haven't jinxed them people though. Since like the ice week.
Yeah, it got cold as all hell.
Since somehow I jinxed.
It was hot. It got hot. Yeah, it got hot.
I did get hot there for a week. The week before we went to the game. The bye week.
Hey, the week before we went to the game and the week after.
Yeah.
It got hot.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
All right. Let's get into your game.
All right. So this week, Matt's going to have to dance. I mean, this week we are going to... I'm going to name the mascot for the team, their actual name. Can't bring up their picture or anything like that because that'd be way too obvious. And they're going to have to guess the name of the team. Do you guys want to do one round of rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay. Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right.
Scissors.
All right.
I actually just did all my fingers out, but
What?
sideways paper.
All right, Jeff, you ready?
Yep.
Let me get the clock ready here. Forgot about the clock.
The clock.
Hey, you get 10 seconds.
Oh.
I talk the clock on my phone, not on the screen. I'm not that sophisticated yet. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Apparently I'm not. Okay.
Joe.
So the first one is Poe.
Ravens.
Wow.
Started hard there.
Wow. I'm just going off of, going here. All right. You ready, Matt?
Yep.
Oh, holy moly. Next one is Chomps.
That's Browns.
Good job. All right. And now we're going to go with Jeff. You ready?
Yep.
Who Day.
Bengals.
Wow. You really that was easy.
Chomps isn't really the mascot of the Browns anymore. Now it's Brownie the Elf because somehow that was better.
Yeah, so I was gonna. I'm if there's multiple of them, I'm gonna choose the harder one of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Because if I would have said Brownie the Elf, that's too easy.
Yeah.
Well, you got Chomps anyways, so it doesn't matter. Oh shoot, I didn't keep score. But I think you both
I have two. Matt has one.
No, did you say you have 3?
I have 2.
I was like, bullshit.
All right, Matt, ready?
Yep.
Oh man, Billy Buffalo.
Jeez, this one's tough. Thinking it's New England, but I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
You are correct.
Could have probably just said Billy or something.
Yeah, probably, but Who Day was also easy. So
yeah, so is Poe. Everybody knows Poe.
yeah. All right, Jeff, you ready?
Yep.
Toro.
Texans.
Yep. All right, Matt. We're going to go with Miles.
Denver.
See, I thought you said this was going to be hard.
No, I said this is going to be really easy.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
like all the mascots have to do with the city or like alliteration, like
All
miles with mile high.
Jeff, you ready?
Yep.
Wolf or war paint?
Kansas City.
Oh my
Yep.
god, I thought I was gonna pull ahead for a second. If
I-
you wouldn't have said war paint, he wouldn't have got it.
No,
Well-
because the name I was familiar with was KC Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if I said KC,
Yeah.
all right. Matt, blue.
Blue?
Yep.
Indy.
Yep.
Good old blue.
Okay. Jeff, you ready?
Yep.
Jackson Daville.
Jacksonville.
Oh wow, that was hard.
I was gonna say somebody better bring up Jackson Daville after the
Yeah.
whole
Yeah, I know.
Speedo
After
thing.
that, I was like,
Oh
God,
yeah, the Speedo.
why? I don't understand why they did that.
This is Jacksonville. They can do what they want.
That guy does crazy shit all the time.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Who's Matt? You ready?
Sure.
TD.
TD.
Mm-hmm.
Who's TD?
3 seconds.
Dolphins.
Dang.
I thought I was gonna steal that one.
I was thinking Terrell Davis. I got stuck on Terrell Davis, and I was like, "It's not the fucking Broncos," and that's a guy.
Do you know where TD gets his name?
What
Do you know where the original TD comes from?
No,
Where the original
So the-
ED comes from?
The original TD comes from when the Dolphins were first started. They had a real live dolphin in their end zone. Every time they scored a touchdown, they threw the ball into the pool, and the dolphin would throw the ball back.
you know what? That gives an extra point.
It's rigged.
I'm just kidding. I did.
I deserve an extra point.
All right. Who's this?
Me.
Jeff. All right. We are gonna go with. Yeah, these are all easy. Raider Rusher.
Raiders.
Riveting game. Matt, Pat Patriot.
This was the example of why I said it was going to be easy.
Second.
Patriots.
Okay. All right. Jeff, you ready for this one?
Yep.
Tough one. Steely McBeam.
Oh, Steelers. Pittsburgh.
All right. Matt. T-Rock.
That's the Titans. Because they didn't know what to use as a fucking mascot. So they used the raccoon.
All right. Jeff.
Yep.
Big Red.
Cardinals.
All right. Matt.
Yes.
Freddie.
Freddie. Who's Freddie? Freddie the Falcon.
So you're going with the Falcons?
Yes.
You're correct. Okay. Jeff. Sir Purr.
Carolina Panthers.
I was hoping I got Sir Purr.
Why?
Just, I forget the comedian's name, but did you ever hear about how Sir Purr got someone kicked out of the Panthers game?
No.
Okay, I'm going to find that later.
Okay. All right. So, Matt. Staley.
Staley the Bear. The Bears.
Oh, man. This is a terrible game.
I was kind of hoping you'd like realize it's a terrible game and like maybe just throw in like some history facts or something.
No. Jeff, Rowdy.
Cowboys.
Also didn't help that Jeff studied for this.
Yeah, I'm also thinking maybe we should stop telling what the game's gonna be.
Yeah, probably. All right. Matt, Rory.
Rory? Who's Rory? Rory's because lions roar.
Damn it.
I know. I was like, man, this is my chance.
Yeah, Jeff, you gave me a couple of them, so you know. Where I'm
I
like,
gave
oh, he
you-
doesn't know it.
Oh,
I thought Big Red was gonna get you.
nah. I already did Casey Wolf. Those
Yeah,
are
I thought
the
you were
red
gonna
team.
say Buccaneers.
No.
All right. Jeff, Rampage.
Rams.
How'd you figure that one out?
That was a hard one.
All right. Matt, Victor.
Victor. Ooh, Victor. I wonder who starts with a V. Vikings.
Woo, you pulled that off with 1 second left.
Yeah. That was the one. I was like, this is it. This one's
That-
it.
Yeah, see, you don't.
All right. Jeff, you ready?
Yep.
Gumbo.
Saints. With a comment.
Probably saying this game sucks.
Nope.
Hang it up. So when they get them all right, 'cause you have to do it. No. No, I don't think so. You have to do the TikTok dance because you said that.
As a tag team dancer.
Yeah, we could do a collaboration. Matt.
Yep.
All right. Sourdough Sam.
Sourdough Sam. Digging for gold like a 49er. That is a weird one. I don't know where sourdough.
Yeah, I know. That
came
one
from.
held me up all week when I was learning.
It was so fucking stupid. I remember.
Yeah.
it.
I was like, this makes no sense.
All right. Jeff. Swoop.
Eagles.
Matt. Blitz.
Blitz. That's a 12th man. Seahawks.
Oh, that was the one. That was the one that I was like,
Jeff,
there's
you
no way.
said that like 5 times now.
No, that was the one that I was like, I know for sure man ain't gonna get that one.
Yeah, I also looked up the names.
What? Yeah, we're not telling anybody the game next time.
Well, I mean, it only makes sense you're gonna freaking study, especially since I know Jeff's gonna study.
I studied more for this than I did all of college.
That explains why it took you 5 years to get a 2-year degree.
All right. Who's up?
Me.
Okay, Jeff. Captain Fear.
Buccaneers.
All right, this is the last one. So either Jeff wins or it's a tie. And then I have a sudden death question.
You have a sudden death question.
Yep.
I'm trying to think who's left.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. What two?
Wait. I thought you had one more question for Matt.
I do. This is it.
Oh.
Oh.
What two animals are the Commanders going between for their fans to vote on?
Oh, this is a setup.
Yeah, all my reports.
3 seconds.
Red Wolves
And
God, I want to say like an eagle or something.
that's wrong. Jeff, do you know?
No. Go ahead and say 2 fucking animals, Jeff.
Yeah.
The hamsters and the fucking...
Yeah, all my reports said that they were TBD on a mascot.
Yeah.
TBD, but
Can I
there's.
give one more guess?
I'll give you one more guess.
A snake.
No.
You were thinking, "Don't tread on me."
Yeah. Yeah.
Come
A
on, that's not.
dog or a hog?
What is it?
A dog or a hog?
You know what? Because of the hogs from the 80s.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of remember seeing a very blip article about how deep did you have to dive for that one?
Not hard. It says TBD, and then beside it, it says.
So hold on. I win, right?
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I call 100% bullshit. There are 28 teams that have mascots, and you decided to do 27 of them?
No.
No.
Which team did I not do?
I don't know, but we should have had an even number.
The Jets and Giants don't have a mascot. Neither do the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
And the Chargers did not continue their mascot when they switched to LA.
Okay.
It was Boltman before that.
Yes.
But they do not have a mascot. There's another team, too, that does not have a mascot that is on the tip of my tongue that I can't think of it right now.
Well, Washington doesn't have a mascot.
That's right, Washington. There you go. So Washington's the other one that doesn't have a mascot right now. So there's 4 teams: Jets, Giants, Packers, and Washington that do not have mascots, period. And the Chargers did not carry theirs over from 2016.
Hey, you would have got that one, Jeff. Jeff would have got that one originally if you didn't lose rock, paper, scissors.
Tis bullshit.
Well,
I do believe my little history lesson there about Boltman and all that stuff, you know.
so
Yeah,
next week when Matt does his
it's gonna be the fuck you.
game, next week when Matt does his game, he's not gonna tell us what it is, and it's gonna be just as bad, but because of the other way. We're not gonna get any answers.
I have a feeling that Chris is going to have a long line of very easy questions, and I'm going to have like the world's encyclopedia in front of me.
No, but I think starting after this week, we should definitely whoever creates the game also creates the loser challenge. Whether it's the TikTok dance or some trending TikTok thing.
Yeah.
Is obviously the thing, but
you want someone to do the Sprite challenge.
No, you're going to do the Sprite challenge because you didn't post your TikTok in time.
Chris was late on his too.
I was not late. I did
Chris
it.
Waited for yours, and he posted it right before the show. No, Jeff, you're going to do the cinnamon challenge too for being wrong on that.
I'm not doing the cinnamon challenge.
The cinnamon challenge and then the saltine challenge.
No.
But don't worry, you can wash it down with the Sprite challenge. And then when you're feeling really gross and dirty, you can do a Tide Pod challenge.
I'm good. That's for Gronk.
All right. Well, Matt, I look forward to seeing your TikTok dance.
It's literally going to be the fuck you TikTok.
There's no fuck you TikTok?
I'm going to create one.
No. You got to do trending TikTok.
Yep, trending TikTok.
It's not as bad as you think it is.
Yeah, I'm sure you can probably find one like Red Solo Cup or something like that.
Bullshit. Set me up for failure.
I did not. You lost rock, paper, scissors.
So what? We're just like NFL overtime?
Yes.
The coin toss fucking wins?
Hey. We're talking about the NFL. I go by the rules.
Yeah, let's talk about how much that sucks.
No, we're overtime.
You know.
So we don't want to talk about how much the NFL overtime policy sucks?
Oh, here, hold on. Sarah, should we end it?
Well, there's a little bit of delay between the.
Don't call out our one viewer like that.
Hey, she's been watching for a long time.
Our one viewer. What do you mean one? There's a lot of viewers watching. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ellie watching too?
No. There's 100 viewers watching.
Wow. Well, at least Rooney's not snoring through it this time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody look out for Matt's TikTok. I'm sure it'll be a great one.
Yeah, it'll be the flying bird.
Flying bird. Okay. Find that TikTok and send it to you. Well, Jeff, let's lead us off here in the terrible towel twirl and get out of here.
Here we go.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next week on the Rooney Toon Report.